All right. So I'm gonna try to see if it works this time or not, but it should work fine. All right, let's continue. Let's continue filming though. Let's continue seeing. So yeah. Anyways, the point I was trying to make is specifically that, like, I'm in the middle, so I'm not bothered by it. But I very clearly stated that whenever you don't go for your main audience, the people that will buy your games, that will mess your shit up.
And I think this has been an ongoing issue. It's been going on, I think, especially in the last 10 years. I think COVID accelerated the goal with it.
The goats don't care; they just want a good game. Yeah, like that's the thing. Look, I'm a part of that category. I personally don't care. We the goats, but like I have to understand the business perspective. It has to make sense.
This because of how much more money gaming is making now. COVID was kind of like a multiplier effect on that. But it's
COVID made people rich.
been going on for a while, and I want to explain kind of like where AAA gaming came from, because back in the day, we're talking about the 90s, even the 80s, right, with arcades and the original
that's low-key ancient,
consoles. Bro. But the 90s and the 2000s and a little bit into the 2010s, right? And not all the ways, as we all know, is that AAA gaming was a stamp of approval, a seal of quality, and it's funny now because it's almost the opposite.
Yeah,
it's like, well, this is a AAA game; it's coming from this big studio, so we know that.
Damn, bro. You know, if you think about it in that sense, it also sucks because this can be seen in a lot of different aspects, not only video games. Like, this happens in music as well. A lot of times, you will find an artist that's not at the top of their game, but they're still somewhat relevant, and they make low-key better music, and they're more creative in their artistic styles. Whether it's rap songs, whether it's just pop, whether it's country. I know this happens everywhere in the music industry as well. And you can go check it out. Like, a lot of the main artists that you have heard of lately, like the very big ones, often drop mid-ass shit. They're just trying to play it safe. They're trying to look at the numbers of what used to work, and they kind of go on with the same thing. And it's the same thing here. The video game industry, like the big AAAs, they're kind of messing up in this sense, because at the very least, the indie games, the smaller games, they actually try to do things. And so when you look at those category of games, you know that you might not find the best of the best, but you will very often find a fun game, which is what really matters, right?
It's going to have a number of annoying features. There's probably going to be, you buy the game on Steam and then you have to log on to their additional launcher in order to actually play it. All of these very, very annoying things. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't enjoy that. And the other big issue that AAA gaming has is that basically a lot of studios, and I think companies are doing this in general, this is something I think that we're also seeing in movies as well, where you're seeing these movies that are being made with these gigantic...
Bro, he's talking about other... Yeah, I swear, if anybody ever thinks something like... I have not watched this video. It's just like... I can see where he's going with it. And I think the reason why this is happening is because it's just straight up logic. Like, if you have at least like 2 working brain cells, you can start connecting the pieces. I'm not claiming to have more. But like, at the very least, you have to understand that whatever applies to gaming, gaming is the biggest industry right now. It's past movies and music combined. So if this is happening in gaming, for sure it's trickling down. It's been happening everywhere else.
Budgets, like everything is CGI. There's like all these A-list actors in it, and like the movie has a budget of like over $100 million maybe, or something like that. I don't know really what average movie budgets are, but it's probably even more than that in some cases. And then it makes back like a fraction of that money. And the reason what that does is it makes it to where every single movie has to be Spider-Man. Every single movie has to be.
Hey, don't talk about my favorite superhero like that. But he's so right. Everyone has to do the thing that works. They know what's popular. They're gonna do it.
Attached to an IP that can be attached to a line of toys.
No creativity, yes.
Sold to kids. And so now you don't get as many movies that take risks as much because those risks cost more money and it's harder to recoup the money back from the risk.
But my argument is, you got the money. Like, honestly, if you take a solid risk, but like still a somewhat calculated one, right? They're not dumb. They know they're taking calculated risks. If you take a solid risk And let's say it doesn't do as well. All right, let's say it doesn't. You got enough money to make more, and whenever you make that one, you take that one risk. Excuse me. That's not a flop. Everything you've worked for comes back. Everything. Kingdom Come Deliverance, the game I'm the most looking for. Risked. You know what? Fuck all that. Forget that. Game of the Years. Elden Ring. It Takes Two. I'm not going in order, by the way. I'm just naming some. God of War 2018. It was. I gotta admit, it is kind of like a generic main story game, right? Single player story game. Fine. But it had to switch from God of War 1, 2, and 3 into a completely new style. Risk, buddy. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. All of these games, Baldur's Gate, they all took a risk by smart people who loved gaming. And they invested money in the places where they knew this is going to add good value.
Risks because you've lost the market of DVDs. And so this has been going on now for quite a while with movies, and I think video games now are starting to copy the trend. And what you're seeing now is that everything is two. Everything is the next one of something that already previously existed.
Facts.
And of course, I mean, I say this, and if you guys can see what I'm playing playing Path of Exile 2, okay? So I'm not going to talk too much about that, but that is kind of what my point is that I think that studios like...
I'm not going to lie, I don't know enough about Path of Exile to comment on that.
Grinding Gear Games, studios like Warhorse that are making Kingdom Come Deliverance, and...
Shout out Warhorse, bruh! Yo, Kingdom Come era is coming, bro. 2025, we're taking over. We are taking over 2025. I know GTA 6, I know. And I'm super happy. I will play the fuck out of that game. But I don't give a shit. Kingdom Come, baby.
Other studios that are the more AA, like, quality studios, I think that the real future is going to be those studios making the AAA games. It's like instead of...
I mean, I think what's going to happen is it's kind of like a cycle of like we had back then the Ubisofts, the EA, the whatever, right? The Activision and all that. And they kind of got old and it's their time to go to their retirement home. They're still trying to be in the game, but it's like you guys don't have that new vision, I guess, or at least you lost it and you're just money hungry now. And all the indie developers have kind of become AA now, and they're going to replace the AAAs. Now, I don't know if it's going to repeat, but usually history does repeat itself. And so I wouldn't be surprised if the current AAs become AAAs, and maybe potentially in another 10, 15 years, maybe more, I don't know. But maybe they get replaced by newer games. I don't know, but sounds like a good, solid, sounds like a realistic pattern.
Publisher, a AAA developer making multiple AAA games. It's going to be one AA publisher, one AA studio making one AAA game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing a lot more. And I think that whenever you really look at, because like especially live service games, you have to have such a finger on the pulse of the actual community of the game. You have to have everybody that's working there really understand it. I think that's what Blizzard had back in the 2000s with Warcraft.
They understood.
And if you look at any of the most popular video game franchises, and you look at the people that make the games are usually very good at those games. For example, like the Final Fantasy 16.
Most of the time, that does matter. I don't think it can matter all the time to be good at the game you're making. It can sound kind of controversial, but like, in all honesty, like if Miyazaki's not good at Elden Ring or Souls games, I don't think it matters, really. At least some of the developers, some of the people playing the game, testing the game should be. I agree with that.
That, you know, went and one-shot the boss in front of a big audience before the game came out.
That's kind of cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
It showed that, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. He actually knows how to play his own game.
Facts.
Which, in some cases, like Diablo 4, turned out to not necessarily...
Oh my god, I remember that. Yo, do you guys remember when that happened? It was like, I think it was two girls playing the game. I don't remember very well, but I remember two developers, essentially, they were playing the game before it came out, Diablo 4. And, by the way, I know nothing about Diablo 4. But I watched videos, you know, I keep up. And, let's just say they sucked. Like, it was not a good look on whose hands the games are in. And, yes, they could use the excuse that, but these people didn't make the game. They're just kind of like a part of it, and they're kind of part of the company, but they didn't necessarily make the mechanics. But then what the fuck are we doing here? You're trying to sell a game. There's going to be a new It Takes Two called Spirit Fiction, by the way. The devs are fine. It's the management that sucks. Yeah, honestly, first of all, I'm excited for that. And second of all, yeah, well, the thing is, as players of the game, think about it this way. Nobody really gives a shit if it's the dev, it's the manager, it's the fucking art director, it's the sound effect. I don't care. Really, think about that. Nobody gives a shit. We all want a good game. People want a good game. They want to spend money on a video game, and then when they play the video game, they have fun. That's how it usually works. If they spend money on the video game, get it, it sucks. They're not about to go research whose fault it was, and then, oh, guys, it wasn't the dev's fault. It was the management. It's fine. It's fine. Get them next time. Maybe, especially there's some companies that release a game every like 6 years. What, you're going to wait 6 more years for a potentially new ass game? Nah. Wanting everything to be a cash grab. Damn.
Be the case. And so, anyway, what I think has happened is that you've seen these studios like Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft is it's the worst offender, where they're spending $100 million on a game and they're expecting a 20% return. Because would you rather have 20% on $10 million or 20% on $100 million?
Oh,
right?
wow.
And so that's the logic that they use, that they're going to just spend more money so they can multiply.
That sure has worked.
The largest amount of money possible. And I think that what's happening now is that is true, but it's also that you double down on a loss when it's not. And I think that's really the situation that we're seeing a lot of these studios run into.
What was it? They released Prince of Persia, I think. They didn't spend too much on it, but I think it was pretty well received, right? If I remember correctly, that happened.
When they release a game that's effectively a dud. And I think the reason why these games are getting released and they're trash is because consumer interests are changing so much faster than they used to.
Facts.
So think about it like
brain rot, shorter TikTok brains, I guess. Yeah, that also probably affects it. Yeah.
Yes. There are a lot of games that are in development for, I don't know, like
18 years.
6 years, for example.
That's on the low end.
6 years or 4 years in development is very, very common. Think about how much different things were 4 years ago. Well, 4 years ago, we had COVID. Everything was totally different.
Okay, so what he's essentially... Wait, I'll listen to him before. They actually do look up who's at fault, especially with free-to-play games like Destiny 2. People have sent death threats to... Okay. See, people have sent death threats to devs when the game has a shitty expansion. You mean idiots. People whose opinions don't matter. People who you should literally block immediately. I'm talking about normal people, right? I'm talking about people who don't send death threats to people who are just doing their job. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it does not matter if, like, even if you were to go and hunt down the person who was at fault or the people who are at fault, the game still sucks. It doesn't fix shit. The game still sucks. It's gonna suck. Their next game, it's probably gonna suck still.
People were addicted to Genshin Impact, and everybody was spending all day on the internet. Well, you can't necessarily develop a game around that, that context. And
people aren't on the internet anymore.
If you started making a game, well, if you just got inspired by Fortnite, man, you're a little bit late now, aren't you? And so what we're seeing now,
battle royales and stuff, everyone's capitalized on that game already. Everyone's made it. PUBG, I think PUBG was, wait, hold up, whoa, hold up. PUBG release date. What the fuck? Can this be Google, please? PUBG release date. March 2017. Okay, in December. Okay, March, December 2017. I don't know why I'm caps. Whatever. Fortnite. July. Okay, so PUBG came first. A couple of months. All right, so PUBG, Fortnite, even, all the other games. There's COD, there's Apex, there's so many battle royales. Look up the first battle royale. Oh, actually, yeah, PUBG was first. Yeah, you said it too. Sorry, I didn't see it, but yeah. Correct, sir.
Is that we're seeing smaller studios, these AA studios. I think the best example of this, too, that you can use besides grinding gear games is Larian, who made Baldur's Gate 3.
Oof.
Is that Baldur's Gate 3...
I haven't played I should play Baldur's Gate 3, right? I feel like that would make a lot of sense for me.
It took an incredibly long time to make, but it didn't follow any trends because it didn't need to. There were no, outside pressures, outside investors.
And that's the beauty of creativity. People don't think of the fact that following trends is a very good example, is a very good thing to do. If you don't really, you're not really trying to be super creative, you're just trying to kind of ride the wave and get some success off of it. But most of the time, the people that become the most successful is when they do their own thing. That doesn't mean you don't get inspired. That doesn't mean you're completely off of everything that's trending. I'm just saying your initial goal is to be yourself. In a game, when the game is itself in its own creativity, that's when we get Game of the Year material. Now, I don't know about this year's Game of the Year, 2024. I haven't played Astro Bot. From what I've heard, it's great. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think.
Being a publicly traded company was not causing them to have to, monetize the game in a way that was annoying. It was just them making a good game and then delivering it to players. And I think AAA game studios have, instead of becoming, too big to fail, they've become too big to succeed. And I've said this before, and I think it becomes increasingly more true every year. And you're seeing these massive studios laying off. I didn't even know this. Ubisoft has 20,000 employees. How do you do that? There are so many people.
Wow. 20,000 employees. God damn. I mean, I guess they got so many other things they're doing other than focusing on their one good game they're about to release. And I guess it doesn't fucking matter at this point. Also, let me point out, why the fuck is his camera so ass here? It's funny. It actually makes me feel kind of in a cozy vibe. But what the fuck? His streaming camera is better.
Probably at these studios that have jobs that are, not particularly super involved with the actual creation of the product. And I think that's very obvious considering that they fire bunches of people and the products keep
Astro Bot is cool.
So the issue is that you have a massive
I saw Senpai play it, okay.
And then you have massive budgets. And then you have massive expectations and a priority system that's created by people who don't actually have the player's interests in mind.
I mean, look, I can give a very clear example. If anyone's watching this video and thinking I'll just relate this to creating videos. If I have a deadline in my head and I want to post a video, let's say tonight, there's a higher chance for me not to spend an extra amount of time editing my video, which that doesn't mean that editing your video is the only thing that makes your video good. You have to get better. But the point I'm trying to make is this can be related to, again, everything other than just gaming. Whatever you do with a deadline and you're kind of late on the deadline cuts your own creativity out, and players feel it. They see it. It's sometimes you can point it out, sometimes you can't. It's just lacking soul.
And what I'm saying by that is, I think a good example of this is if you look at a lot of the, video games that have, actors in them. I think Senua's Saga 2 is a really great example of a game
I don't know that game.
Is made for an audience of gamers that doesn't really exist. So, obviously, the game was
right.
popular for some people, and there were a good number of people that bought and played the game. But the reality is that it really wasn't that big, and they probably didn't recoup their costs.
Yeah.
And what happens is that games journalists and games media, and I think just the games industry itself, likes to gas itself up about these types of games, but I don't actually think that these are the types of things that players are actually looking for. And I think that's reflected in the sales, and this happens over and over and over. People play video games because they like playing video games.
Okay.
While there are exceptions, they are very few and far between. And so
I like how, I don't know if he's been doing this for a very long time, but I like how oftentimes when he mentions something and he says, oops, sorry. Bro, what the fuck is happening? My boom, damn. I like how whenever he mentions something, he oftentimes says, there are exceptions, but we're not going to talk about those, because that shit annoys me to fuck off, bro. whenever people say something and then they're like, oh yeah, when I said people want a good game, if I get a comment saying something like, but actually, I like it when the game is bad because it's funny for me. Like, I don't even want to respond. He responds to it.
What's happened is that these studios have convinced themselves they need to do all these things that players don't really care about, and they do them at the expense of the things that players do really care about, which is replayability, actual play, like playing, like the experience you have playing the game in the minute-to-minute basis. And
how you feel?
Really,
is the game good?
I've been playing, like on top of like Path of Exile 2, I've also been playing off-stream Stalker 2, and holy shit, that game.
Wait, Stalker 2. Oh, fuck. What did I do? Yo, what time was I at? I was somewhere, like, around here. So I'm seeing the playback in my stream. I was somewhere here.
So I remember, there was, like, a really good metaphor that, like, Stalker 2.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I saw this playback for my, whatever. Stalker 2. I feel like I've heard about this game. Is it like a kind of a thriller type of horror game? Or what is it? Heart of Chernobyl? Is this kind of like a Metro Exodus type of game or what? First person shooter survival horror video game. Makes sense. So he's been playing this off stream. Alright, interesting.
And holy shit, that game is great. And it's made by, again, a AA, a smaller studio, but they've come together to really make an incredible game. And I think having a like a focus. I remember, there was like a really good metaphor that, like, in Game of Thrones,
very long time, like 4 years, 5 years,
armies or one army, and like really, it's the one army that's a lot stronger. And I think that's what we're starting to see a lot more with these games.
Well, yeah, when they focus on
studios that are focusing entirely on making one defined product,
good
for
game,
a defined audience that they have a finger on the pulse of. And they're able to deliver a product to them that meets their needs and exceeds them in a lot of cases.
I'm waiting.
That is the future for games.
And it's finished also. Sorry, I just had to add that. When the game comes out, finished. Now, I don't mind if there's a small little thing. Like a little thing, shit happens. Whatever, right? But the game has to feel full as well. Everything he said, and also finished. Please remember that. Please.
And I think also what's going to make this even more the future is the fact that you're going to
Which is, by the way, what surprised me of Kingdom Come 2 as well, is that they're pulling back. Like, instead of February 11th, it's going to come out a week earlier on the 4th. It's like, holy shit, your guys' games is really finished then, right? Because I'm, like, glazing the shit out of Kingdom Come. But if the game comes out half-baked for some reason, right? No chances, bro. I'm shitting on it hard. Full swept diarrhea mode. Full throttle.
Studios, the layoffs are going to keep happening. And the reason why is because of different types of ways that you can effectively, like, it's not really all AI, but in some cases it is. If you can have one person do the job of 3 people through some sort of procedural generation or some form of technology, well, then you're going to have that happen. And as that happens, it becomes easier and it lowers that bar to entry for the quality that people expect whenever they're paying $70 or $60 for a video game.
And now your reputation's through the mud.
That's where I think AAA gaming is going to go. I think AAA gaming is going to have to become, like, I don't know, they're going to have to scale down. And I feel like there are a few exceptions, right? We're always...
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna mention like Rockstar here.
He's gonna have Rockstar, from Silicon.
Yo, I swear to God, bro, I'm actually pretty good at this. What the fuck? Like, I swear, I have not seen this video before.
Software, Capcom, stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I can't show off that much either. It's kind of fucking obvious what he's about to say. Again. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, if you have like 3-4 working brain cells, even 2, you're good.
But I think that many of these other studios are probably going to have to narrow down on one or maybe just a couple of IPs and then develop products for just those IPs rather than trying to release a bunch of different products and just like, well, if we sell 1 million of them for $10, we're going to make $10 million. Wow, why don't we sell 1 million of them at $1 million?
Hello, I know you from The Elder Scrolls. Nice sock on the microphone. Yeah, actually, I don't know if you will notice it, but the sock is for the voice quality, and it's kind of just a vibe. I've had this for like a fucking year now, so it's my cozy sock, you know. But yo, shout out, Clar. Shout out for coming here. I had stopped streaming on YouTube, and now there's multi-streaming, so I don't have to choose between Twitch and YouTube. I just stream on both, as well as this can actually keep my VODs live. That's also kind of cool. Kenat is a French clone of Asmongold confirmed. Eh ben, tabarnak. Il m'a eu. Yeah, you're right. I am, I guess. I wouldn't say a clone. I don't really think I live like him, but some of his takes are fire. Like, it is what it is. I vibe with it. But yeah, bro, enjoy the stream. You're here now. This is gonna be a VOD later on. So yeah, I'm reacting to some shit. I'm thinking of a new game to play. I don't know what yet. You know, I'm thinking maybe I'll continue Wukong. Anyways, this reaction is gonna be posted on my YouTube later on. So yeah.
Dollars or something like that, right? Some variation of this, and it's just like the idea that, well, we can just keep making more money.
Okay, yes, that's a sock. Don't say ew. It's obviously cleaned, and it's also unworn. I mean, it was worn one day. Look, I lost the other pair, as everyone does. Fuck you. Everybody loses their socks. I wasn't gonna throw it. I said might as well add a good muffler. I saw a YouTuber that said literally putting on a sock on your mic can help. No, it's a fucking vibe.
Because there's no sense of market saturation.
Let's get back to business.
There's very clearly been a market saturation, hasn't there? And we're seeing that, express itself.
Obviously,
right now,
every market gets
saturated.
saturated.
A lot of games that just don't have the marketing. There's just so much of an economy of attention. There's only so many people that can pay attention to so many games.
Yes,
and I think again, when you have like your story game or whatever that is focused on motion capturing facial movements, that just doesn't fucking matter to a lot of people.
Well, exactly. Like if the game company is able to do both, like if you're able to focus on the motion, the word he used, and at the same time you're able to make a good game with a good story and good gameplay, you know the whole list, right? You're able to do both. Yeah, then you got Rockstar. But you know what I'm saying? But if you had to choose the right one, man. Choose the one that's gonna make me play your game and then make a fucking game review. And when I talk about your game, I give it like I don't have a rating system yet. Genos does not have a rating system, guys. But whatever it will be, at the top, or at least close.
Like, I don't give a shit about that. I don't think a lot of people do. It's nice when the games have it,
yeah.
But I'm certainly not going to play a game because of it. But if a game has good gameplay,
Facts.
I will play a game because of it, even if the face models go like this. I don't give a shit. And I don't think most other people do.
Plus, you can throw the sock in the washing machine. I messed up my mic foam like this. Yeah, that happens. Serious reactions over here. What's your take on a AAA games? Are they gonna take over the gaming world? Wait, what? Serious reactions? What's your take on AAA games? Are they gonna take over the gaming world? Well, AAA games kind of were. Still are in a sense. The whole gaming world in a sense, but they were more. Now they're not. Now AA games are kind of, indie games and AA games are kind of starting to push through. And I think in the future, what we're going to see is the AA games become the AAA games. That's what I think is going to happen. AAA games is essentially, the way I see it at least, it's kind of just a status. Like AAA, it's like it's real shit, But if AAA games studios start acting like shit, they're going to have to scale down or something. I don't know, bro. Like,
either.
Damn.
Except for other journalists and people in the industry. So what we're going to see more of is we're going to see these AA studios that, and I think that another reason why this is happening too is like distribution and publishing. Being able to publish a game. Think about how many hoops you had to jump through in order to get your game on Nintendo 64, or in order to get your game on Super Nintendo, or even something like the GameCube. It was much harder to do than now, where all you have to do is, put your game out on Steam and then, post it on Baldi's subreddit. And if the people like it, maybe he'll watch it.
Yeah, actually, that's also true. Whenever everybody has access to just enter it, you're going to just see a lot of random shit.
And then it'll be on a YouTube clip, it'll get 100,000 views or more. And so that's pretty easy to do, right?
Marketing,
Especially
yeah, easy
compared
marketing.
to, trying to work around, a Japanese company's expectations in the year 2003. Much, much harder to do. And so nowadays,
Yep.
I think you're seeing much more people able to get into that space and grow in that space much more quickly. And that's why you're going to see those AA studios that focus and narrow in on just like that one solid, really good product. That is where I think the future is.
And
going
that's
to be
why
for
they're
AAA
probably going to
games.
become the future AAA games. Yeah, I'm saying it here.
I think that also
gonna
AAA
happen.
studios, this is another big problem, is that, what I was saying before with Ubisoft, they've sucked a lot of dicks. And the problem
Lots.
now is that residual taste in people's... let's go ahead and just stop right there.
Yeah.
People think that their next games are going to be bad because their previous games have been bad.
Yes.
And so there is a reputational damage that...
By the way, that's what a lot of people said in my video on Intergalactic, especially with Naughty Dog's reputation. The way I saw it is like they've made the Uncharted's and the first Last of Us bangers. Then they made Last of Us 2, which, hey, for me it wasn't that bad. Hey man, personal opinion. But I can see how it was way weaker than the other ones. And based off of the second game's weakness and Intergalactic's, the way they portrayed the character and the vibe it gave, blah, 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 people keep the reputation. Since you made a game I didn't like, you're probably going to make ass again. And plus now we kind of have proof. We saw a bald lesbian girl. There it is. I hate the game.
That exists beyond the lifespan of the game that has problems. And that's effectively what I'm trying
The digital
to say.
footprint, I
And
guess, of
so
gaming.
what I think that we're seeing with Ubisoft and other studios is that they have this reputational damage, this generational reputational damage. Blizzard's another great example of this. And it makes it to where every game that they release is taken with such a massive grain of salt that a lot of people write it off before it even releases.
But yeah, it makes sense. Like, doesn't it though? If every video I make on YouTube for the next 15 videos is dookie water garbage poop, you think the 11th one is gonna be great? You're really gonna click on my video? No. Until now, I think what I've posted is just essentially me, and if you fuck with it, you fuck with it, and that's it. So my next video is going to be about the same. I'm keeping my own, vibe. If a game studio releases 5 dookie water, dog water garbage poop, what do you think is going to be their 6th one? I mean, yeah, if they make, some weird breakout hit, they fire a lot of the bad staff or whatever, hire new people, start focusing in the right direction, make a good game, they can turn it around, but, rep is everything. Nobody remembers the past, only the present. If they mess up, people gonna get on the hate train for a while until the internet moves on to the next big thing. Yes, and the internet will move on to the next big thing and always remind you of how this company sucks, unless the company does something good. Cyberpunk 2. No need to say more, right? CD Projekt Red. I think it's them that made it, right? Now they're gonna come out with The Witcher 4 because Cyberpunk 2 was kind of fixed. Wait, let me not be a dumbass for a second. What's the name? CD Projekt Red Games. Let me just not be an idiot, okay? Cyberpunk The Witcher. Okay, there it is. I knew it. Yeah, okay, so essentially, yeah. Now people have a higher expectation in a more happy way because at the very least they fixed Cyberpunk, right? So now The Witcher 4 is coming out and they're like, these people can do it. They still got it in them. And that matters.
They don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a Blizzard game. It's a Ubisoft game. It's EA. Of course it's going to be garbage.
Facts.
And so...
Facts.
Newer studios that focus on one product don't...
Sorry, but who can actually watch this video and say, yeah, he doesn't have some base, actual fact takes? It's just true, man.
They really have that reputation. Or at least in a lot of cases they don't. And if they do, they go out of business, right? And I think that's what happens in some cases. But that's where I think the future is of AAA gaming. I think that they have to narrow down and focus more on a number of individual IPs rather than trying to just get a 20% return on as many things as possible. I think that there is very clearly a market saturation. There's very clearly a market cap. And I think that we're beginning to explore that reality now. And I think that's become evident after about, I'd say 2022, after like the COVID level of like internet usage and video game usage
Yeah.
kind of went back down. And then also it wasn't recovering at the 20% or 10% year over year expectations that a lot of tech companies were, getting investments in,
Yeah.
under the expectation of. And so
Concord for the week it lasted before it crumbled. Yeah, Concord did horribly, but we know what happened with Concord. Honestly, wow, fuck, man. Like the game's focusing too much. It feels like regurgitating at this point. Like we keep repeating the same thing, and I feel like until we get a new game, like we're gonna get some new games this coming year, and they're gonna be such good examples. Whether they're good or bad, think about that. Whether the new games that come out will be good games or bad games, they can both be used as a good example for other game companies to follow. But will they? Remains to be discovered, but I got a pretty good guess.
Happen is, you're going to have a lot of these AAA studios that just simply can't meet the expectations of such a massive ship. It's like, how easy is it to turn a Titanic versus Viking longboat, right? And that's why you see small games like Valheim doing a whole lot better than big games like Skull and Bones. And there it is, a quadruple A game.
Quadruple A game.
1A for each player. And so that's what...
It's true, actually. Skull and Bones, I think, came out as it was going to be the quadruple A. Oh, fuck me, bro. Fuck me. I feel like the only game company right now that can even usher the word quadruple before saying A games is probably Rockstar. I have high faith that Rockstar is not only going to make a straight up good game with the whole gameplay and all the catalog, but also just straight up advanced AI and graphics and everything to the mind-blowing limits. That's probably the only one right now I can think of that can even use that term.
What happens? That's where I think things are going to go, and I think the future that we're really going to see is going to be in the indie studios and the AA studios that focus in.
They won't be indie and AA for way too long, by the way.
Creating one AAA high quality
for a while.
Experience game like Path of Exile 2, Stalker 2.
Damn, Stalker 2. I'll look into
Baldur's Gate 3, stuff like that. And I think that's going to be the future of games. And you know what I think? I think that is such a good thing. That is an amazing, great thing, because those studios have a much better understanding of what the players want, and I'm a player.
By the way, don't forget, those studios are still consisting of humans, and so they might do well for now. And 10 years, 15 years down the line, they might become just like today's AAA. We might not be imagining how it can happen. I right now can't give you a realistic example of how that will happen, but there's a very high chance that that happens in the way whenever in 2035, however things will be working by then, everything will be changed. In those days' lifestyle, maybe they will do something like that as well, but it won't matter because there will be new AA game studios and the cycle continues.
So yeah, that's about it, guys. I thought I'd make this video and talk about this
Good video.
Because I see a lot of people bringing it up very regularly, and I wanted to give my 2 cents. So let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Let's see what some of these assholes have been saying. There has never been a better time than now to work through your Steam backlog instead of buying anything new out. Yeah, facts. Let's give him the big 420 blaze. I'm just trying to make sure in my stream that you guys can see the comment that my camera is not blocking it. The problem is in these gaming companies trying to find possible is the opposite. You're trying to cater to the most fringe. Yeah. Gameplay, not graphics, wins the day. Of course, remember at the point everybody was Larian Studios, even Disney started from nothing. Who would even? Yup. Which means if history repeats, there's a fair to good chance that everybody consistently successful becomes a soulless profit-making corporation. Yeah, they're all consisting of humans. It's just how it is. Like, every human gets corrupted at some point. Don't jinx it. We're finna get Elder Scrolls 100 before GTA 6. That's actually a bold statement because Elder Scrolls 5 came out before GTA and we still don't have it. Literally, GTA 6... Bro, it's a meme. We will get GTA 6 before Elder Scrolls 6. Oh my god. That is actually sad to think about. Holy shit. Wow, that's bad. God damn. Fuck. I gotta check something at the same time. Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Let me just make sure. Sorry. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to see something in my in my computer. I just want to make sure something is right. Fuck. Is it here? Close profit making corporation. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Uh-huh. All right, there it is. I got it. So, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, guys. This was the reaction to a big paradigm shift in gaming by Asmongold. Let me know if you like these types of videos. Like, share, subscribe, share with a friend, and don't forget to comment what you think. And on that note, get nuts out. Peace. All right, so that was for the recording. Give me a second. Did you finish recording? Yeah, I did. I finished recording. I've just got to go to the bathroom. I want to see if my stream is good on YouTube. Fuck. Is it here? Is it working well? But we're not going to... Yeah, it is. All right. All right, it's good. It's working well. That's all I cared about. Yeah, right now I'll make it like low quality just to make sure everything is fine. Man's smallest violin playing for Skyrim 2. Man's smallest violin playing for Skyrim 2. What? Anyways, look, you can answer what you meant by that. Clar, right? By the way, yeah, Clar, we got it. Thank God you gotta warn a guy when you're recording. Why? Look, essentially, most of the time I will be recording whenever I do this. Oh yeah, also wait, I will be recording this for a second. I'm gonna record. I'm about to record. So also, by the way, some quick news just to finish it off. People added this picture, and I low-key agree. See, Intergalactic, this is the way that they made it, right? This picture here doesn't make Jordan, her name I think, any like more forcefully feminine, I'll say. Like, it doesn't make her look like this. It doesn't make her look like, I'm sure there's another one that really makes her look like with long hair and shit. Like my thumbnail I had. Well, not like this for sure. But the point I'm trying to make is, I saw this post and it made me think actually that even for games that are trying to be more relatable, let's say to a modern audience, a more broader audience, I should say, you could still achieve the look you want to give to a person, to a character, making them be more... Wait. Fuck, I wasn't recording there. See, like, you can still achieve a look for a character that's a lot more feminine in the visage, that's a lot more feminine in the face, but still keep the same personality and characteristics of the entire character. Like, she's still bald here, she's still somewhat muscular. It's the same thing, except the facial features look conventionally prettier in this situation, which also matches a lot more the person, right? So in my opinion, it's also like, yeah, I literally can't say anything against this post. This just makes full on sense. Yeah. I'm done recording that. Let me just see if I recorded it. Yeah, well, that's dude, shout out. No, not that. Bro, I don't get why it's not like posting by date. Oh yeah, here it is. I haven't done this multi-streaming shit in a while. I mean, ever. So like, I'm kind of trying to figure that out too. All right, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and fill up my water bottle. I'll be right back, guys. Also, I got these watch laters that I wanted. Why modern characters suck, or maybe the 2025 will be the best year, because I love Ranton. I really like his type of videos, and I wanted to check him out too, if you guys don't mind. Because I genuinely still don't know what to play. Like, she hasn't slept in a week. The intergalactic one looks dead. Like, she hasn't slept in a week. Facts, bro. She looks like ass. But she looks like ass only... I don't mean she's ugly, necessarily. When I say she looks like ass, it just... To me, it feels like whenever I saw that new version of the person who had edited it, it seemed like there was more work put into it. But that's just, like, the way I saw it. It's not a fact, obviously. The game company, I'm assuming, has put a little bit more work. But you get the point, right? Anyways, I'll be right back, guys. Hold up. My cats messed my shit up, bro. All right. What's up? What I miss? What I miss? Hello. What's up, Starlord? Break time. All hail Kenneth's chair. Also, thanks for watching the stream. Shout out, bro. Shout out, Starlord. Shout out, Dante, Starlord. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm down to see what 2025's best year. Why he's back. Scatter. Yeah, scatter. Now, y'all can stay. So I'm down to see why this will be the case. And in general, I just want to keep something in mind that whenever, like, I look forward to games, I have this thing in my brain. Wait, I'm going to start recording, by the way. So I just want to see that generally, as we're about to see a video, the 2025 that will be the best year for gaming. Whenever I think of new games that are going to come out and I'm supposed to get excited or look forward to something, most of the time the way my brain works is essentially like I kind of forget about shit. Like that's gonna happen. And so during that time, I think of other things that are currently here, except that one or two really, like, you know, the ones that sting at your brain that you want to remember, that you keep thinking about. But most of the time, things that are gonna come out or things that will happen or new seasons or new shows, after 1 or 2 days of kind of really thinking about it, I kind of just forget and I do my shit. And then when news come out, I get super excited. So I'm excited to see this video because I want to see what he says. Also, I like his style of videos. I find him kind of funny. Rant on Rant 2. He's pretty funny guy. So let's see what he's got to say.
Gaming. 2024 is almost over, man.
Yep.
So it's time to look at what's ahead of us. And let me tell you one thing.
This guy makes me laugh all the time.
2025 is going to be the best year in gaming of all time. Mark my words, brother. I'm serious.
Really?
I picked out 26 games I'm looking forward to.
Ranton, if in these 26 games, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is not in them, I have personal beef with you, my guy.
And this isn't even everything. I just boiled it down
Shaolin, no Shaolin.
to the 26. Top 26. Some of these are confirmed to come out next year. Some of these are highly likely. And some
Alright.
of these, I hope so. And as always.
Up the volume a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me.
This isn't some random list. Oh, this is what to look forward to next year. In no particular order. I don't do this no order.
Ranton is a little quiet. Yeah. I up the volume.
I'm all about order. We start with low level anticipation and we end with I think about it, I come. Here we go.
All right. No problem. Thanks for reminding me, guys.
We start off our list with a game that you guys are all hyped for and that has been getting nothing but positive coverage in the press.
GTA?
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Listen, it's in my list because I do want to play it and I am looking forward to it somewhat. But Ubisoft, honestly, they completely forgot how to.
I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody fucking pre-orders this game, I'm going to lose my shit.
Do stealth games.
Fucking millions have probably pre-ordered.
I don't know if you've noticed this. The
What am I thinking? I can't have any hopes.
problem with Ubisoft
People are
stealth for
stupid.
over 10 years is that it's become too easy. Enemies take 1,000 years to spot you. Even once
Yeah.
they spot you, they take 1,000 years to
Yeah.
attack you. And you have
I
too
will
much-
not buy this game on release, that's for sure. This is not in my list at all. And I love Assassin's Creed games, generally, but nah, fam.
health. Why?
If it's amazing, it comes out and people say it's amazing, maybe. But this is not the type of shit I'm
Why
gonna
would
buy.
I care about blowing out candles? Something that only works on such a micro level, like in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, when I can jump into the sky, disappear, and the enemy forgot about me in 5 seconds. They don't know how stealth works anymore.
Yep.
But doesn't matter. I want to see it. I want to play it. Moving on.
All right, moving on. Thank you.
Judas. We got a couple of nice looking
What is
trailers for
this?
this, and I even know
I guess
somebody
it's good because I'll also find out about games that I hadn't really
who
seen.
was working on the UI of that game. The main reason why I'm excited is because I think the dude who makes it has a record of making interesting concepts, interesting settings. I want to
Facts.
see what he's got up his
They
sleeve
made
this time. So
BioShock?
far,
I'm
I'm not
down.
100% sold yet, but I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you.
All right. Interesting.
Civilization 7. I am a huge Civilization fan. Oh, Ranton, do you like Civilization 6? Or do you like Civilization 5? Or 4? Hey, look at the Spast! Look at the Spast, everyone! There's only one real Civilization game. Civilization Revolution for Xbox 360.
I have not played any of these games, like the Civilization games, but they look fun. They look aight. For me, it feels more like an off-stream type of game, like just kind of chill playing it, kind of like Icarus that I'm playing.
Anyone play that shit? I used to play Napoleon. I was very excited for a next Civ game, but once they showed what it looks like and what it is, my hype level unfortunately decreased.
Why?
Substantially, let's say, yeah?
Why?
Because they're going with a realistic art style again, which I think is a little bit uncreative, but I know that that's what people wanted after the comic one. And what I like even less is you switch civilizations. No. Now I'm Egyptians. Now I'm Sumerian. Now I'm the Huns.
If you're talking about it in the perspective that you kind of want what you had before, they gotta evolve, right? They can't just stay doing the same exact thing they've been doing for a long ass time. Like, they gotta do new shit, and it makes sense for them to actually go in a different direction, or else they'll become stale and boring. Like Assassin's Creed. Even though, yes, they've made some changes in their games, but they have like 80 million of them.
Everyone picks one civilization and you see that through till the end. And if the reasoning is, oh, we don't think the gameplay is varied enough with one civilization, then just make less civilizations and make them more unique. I don't know. We'll see. but
Less
I'm a little bit
civilizations
worried.
and more unique. I guess less is more.
Oh god, this one is a headache, ladies and gentlemen. It's on my list because some of the gameplay I saw
What is
looked
this?
interesting and intriguing to me. I think there is something there, but at this point, will this game come out good? I don't know. I don't know. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Wow, what a name, Mark.
Damn, that is a
Just
long
get this
ass
piece of
name.
shit out the door. I just want to see it already. Dude, I got hyped for this back when it was announced, bro, a million years ago. They switched studios a bunch of times. There is a core product here that could be very fun. I love this sort of Deus Ex.
I mean,
this
yeah,
Honor
it
type
looks cool. It
stealth.
looks cool.
I even like Vampire. Anyone play Vampire? Vampire?
What?
No, wait.
But it did look fun though. It did look fun. Stealth, vampire, cool, like magic system. It seemed like from what I just saw. Looks nice. I mean, playing games like that with friends is way more entertaining. Yeah, I agree as well.
Entering
Yes.
next level hype territory.
For
Hype
Civ, I'm
hype
guessing.
is now increasing substantial.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
No,
okay.
This now, oi.
Not
Boom
Kingdom Come
alert!
yet.
Boom!
Kingdom Come has to be in the later part of the video because yes, I had.
Alert! Commandos Origins. That's right.
What the
Commandos
fuck is
3.
that?
Game.
Oh,
Ich hab das
Commandos.
gefickt. Top
Yeah, I
down.
think I know
Characters,
the game,
heroes,
actually.
killing Nazis. Sign me up, brother. It's a scratch on my balls for my childhood, and I'm looking forward to it. It's
Don't
gonna be a
care
nice
too
little
much.
Thing to play. That's it.
I like that he's going
Kingmakers.
over.
Oh, what a brilliant idea, brother.
Yes!
Why haven't we gotten a game like this
Yes!
before? It's so weird to me.
This is the game where they're playing like this, and then there's a fucking car flying out the middle, right?
To be fair, we
This
still
one
don't
looked
know
sick.
what the actual sort of gameplay loop will be. What are our objectives in there? But the foundation looks...
Bro, so many, like, look
Love.
at how many people there are just running around and doing shit. If this runs smoothly and is actually solid, I think I'm probably playing this game.
fun. You can tase people, drive
Yo.
over people. There's some type of...
And, like, it's not, nah, it's not tase people and drive over people.
foundation
It's
looks
you can
hella-
tase full fucking armored knights. You can drive over people, but those people are knights on horses. It's a cavalry. You're bringing a fucking Chevy to a cavalry battle.
fun. You can tase people, drive over people.
Bro.
There's some type of weird top-down strategy aspect. Bro, what is this?
Actually, what is
I want to
this?
see this. Let me put it like this. It's such a video game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is what a video game is supposed to be.
An
Where else do you
RPG.
see this? You ever want to mow down...
This feels like if Gary's mod just had like a big graphics patch update and higher scale gaming. This is what people would make. I feel like the devs or the developers, whatever, the creators of this game played a lot of Gary's mod for sure.
medieval
I'm sure.
soldiers with an AK-47? Yeah, let's do it. I'm in.
That's sick.
Elden Ring Night Rain, it just got announced. I saw some
Yeah.
stuff that got me a little bit
Look, I loved Elden Ring. It's the first game that got me into Souls-like games.
less hype, but listen, Elden Ring is Elden Ring. I'll play it, I'll check it out. Co-op, same map. A couple of things here that are just...
Yeah,
but
it feels a lot more just like an expansion.
I will
right?
see it, I'll play it, and then... nah.
It ain't gonna be smooth in the beginning. Ain't no way that's all players. Oh, never mind. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to be all players for the King game you're saying, but it doesn't matter. There's so many NPCs. I haven't played a game with that much fucking movement by humanoid being. I don't give a fuck if it's an NPC or a player. It's just sick. Like,
Exekiller. Some of you may not have heard of this game before. Check out
Actually,
the
what is
trailer.
this?
It's like a small indie game. It looks scuffed, it looks cursed, it looks janky, but there's
Yeah.
something promising here. Let me
did I not bring my water bottle?
paint y'all a picture. Imagine Cyberpunk meets Dune meets Red Dead Redemption meets a budget of €5. It's like
What?
this science fiction post-apocalyptic western. I think there are ingredients
I mean,
to
it
an
looks-
interesting
ooh.
title. And I also have a
Ooh,
weakness.
that looks
I
cool.
love-
Have you seen Bannerlord? Lots of NPCs there. Yes, Mountain Blade you're talking about. I've played actually. I have like 100 hours I think, and I played Mountain Blade's Warband as well. But it's not as like new scale, you know. It doesn't look as new. It's not as dynamic. It's a lot more about the RPG in that game. This game looked a lot more like gameplay heavy. You
Love
know what I'm
cars
saying?
that
You get the difference I'm talking
hover
about?
over the ground slightly. I think that's so cool. Ooh. Oh, bro. Oh my god. I played the demo for this game half a year ago or something. I'm gonna tell you a secret now. Here.
What is
Nothing like sharing secrets and putting them on YouTube. I teared up a little bit when I played this. Not kidding. I got legit emotional. The altars. You play this guy on some alien planet.
He played. Yo, I actually covered this as well. Like, I think it was during the beginning of the year or something. I made a video of upcoming games, and this looked very interesting to me. But
You
I
have
don't
to
know
find
anything
resources. You're in this giant wheel, and you can build up the wheel like in XCOM
Yeah.
type. You keep cloning yourself, and you have to work with other versions of
He
yourself. But the
teared
fun-
up. You teared up. Damn. Yes, more gaming and less menus. Yes.
thing is, your character has like this life story, and that's why I
Yeah.
got emotional. And they show you your life story, like year by year. And I read through the whole thing, and it made me sad. It actually moved me. And when you create the clones, you pick out certain life moments, and you make a different choice, and then a whole different life path
Okay, bro. No way. You know, my biggest worry is how this all actually works and if it's going to be smooth. This looks sick.
follows. And that person gets cloned, and you talk to that person. It was awesome. During the day, you go
Bro.
out there on the planet and you find resources. Imagine it a little bit like Starfield, not too
Yeah.
exciting. And then you go back to your base, you build up your base, you manage your resources, you clone yourself, you solve problems with your clones. You know, there's conflict. I wasn't that hyped before I played the demo, but after the demo, I'm like, I am so in.
That's exactly how it feels like. I haven't played it, and so I don't know a lot about it, so I couldn't be too hyped. But from what I've heard until now, it sounds pretty cool. That's also a game on my watch list.
Marvel 1943, A Rise of Hydra. The announcement trailer looked cool. That's
Ooh.
about all I can say about this. We have seen no gameplay. We know basically
Okay,
nothing
then I
about this.
haven't-
And
yeah,
I
I
don't
didn't
even
know.
give a shit about Marvel. But 1943 is an exciting number.
Explain it.
Why is it an exciting number?
Split Fiction. This is the next level shit, I'm telling you guys. I trust in this game because I trust Joseph Fares.
looks really
That's what
cool.
I'm gonna say about that.
I think it's
In
the
this
game.
game.
Wait, yeah, this is the new co-op game made by the same person who made It Takes Two, right? Yeah, is the game you actually just said? Yeah, Dante, it's the game you said. I'm trying to find it in the chat. Did you see it in my YouTube chat? Damn, I don't know where you said it. Well, in any case, if you remember the name, yeah, say it
Because
again.
I trust
It
Joseph.
looks really cool how you switch between like the old school to sci-fi, to, like Kingdom to sci-fi, and it's all like couch co-op style. I love that shit.
Fares. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
15. Out of what did he say? 27. Before he even talks about it, let me just think of the placement. We got 10 minutes to the video. Let's say 1 minute or 2 minutes of outro, 8 minutes to the video. Not the worst placement, but I do wish he was a bit more, you know, kept it more towards the end, but I'm biased.
It's 2. I don't want to start a whole... Oh. I don't want to start a whole rant, but I'm gonna make a prediction now.
Rant
I gave the
on.
first game a 9 out of 10. I think
Okay.
it's excellent.
Okay, that's a good rating. That's a solid
Even
rating.
though I have significant problems with it. My prediction for the second game is that it's going to be, I'm going to say insanely, but I'm thinking insultingly. But I'm not saying that. It's going to be insanely iterative. This game is coming out 8 years
Iterative. Someone let me know what that means.
after the previous game, and I think it's going to be almost the exact same game. We're going to have some UI changes as always, some changes in the details. If you want more of the same, that's fine. I think when a certain amount of years pass, I expect more innovation.
I mean, there's gonna be more crafting, like differences. There's gonna be a better, bigger city, more focused on the city itself, rather than many cities. And the AI is supposed to be much better. I don't think it's gonna be a lot more of the same. I think it's gonna be, yes, in a sense of the same. It's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's like playing Uncharted 2 after playing Uncharted 1 and saying I wanted more. It's like, nah, they're good ass games. And also, don't forget, Kingdom Come is still a story game. So if the story really grabs you by the nuts, then it does its job, man.
That's my prediction. Could be wrong, but from everything I've seen, looks like the exact same thing. Still excited to see it. That's why it's on the list.
Watch out, bruh.
Black State. Oh, yeah. This game, nobody knows if it's
What?
real. It looks like... it looks good. You didn't know this, but Kojima has a brother, and his name is Amijok. And whenever you see a game that's like, what the fuck is this? It's a classic Amijok game, right?
No.
This game has Amijok written all over it. Yeah, it looks too
Okay.
clean. It looks like typical Unreal Engine stuff, but there's stuff in there
Yeah.
that looks good. Surprisingly polished and shit. Show me more.
Look, guys.
If you thought Commando's Origins makes me look like a boomer, Ranton Boomer Mode Extreme. Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. This is a remake of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is the best Might and Magic game. And they're remaking it with slightly revamped graphics. And
is this like a turn-based RPG
just something
game?
that I like, okay? I remember
Looks like a
having
turn-based
sleepovers with my
RPG
friend,
game.
and we would always play Heroes of Might and Magic. We never finished a single match, but we always...
All right, next.
Metal Gear Solid Delta. Man, I thought this was still coming out this year. Legit. But since we didn't get a trailer at the Game Awards, I
Metal
don't
Gear
think this is
Solid,
happening.
okay.
So... just got jump scared by my shelf. Where was I? I'm looking forward to it. Unlike all the hardcore, intolerant, schmegma-filled, unwashed asshole fans, I actually want them to change as much as possible. I know it's apparently very faithful to the original. I hope they modernify the gameplay as much as they can, because that is truly the biggest problem with the original. I think the control scheme makes it completely fucked, and
Every good game should.
Antoni Shitty Opinioni strikes again.
Iterative means it's gonna be a copy-paste like equation giving the same result. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be the same. I really don't. I have high hopes.
I think the voice acting of the original game.
And in a sense, if it is some of the same, but the good parts, I mean, yeah. If they make a different game, if Warhorse makes a completely new game, then yeah, sure, I'll want something else. But you know,
It's so embarrassingly shit.
I wouldn't mind eating you.
oh, pause.
I like sex.
I wish they would have redone all that. When something is shit and it just exists for long enough and is successful, people end up calling it charm. The voice acting was just bad.
Let's go.
Yo,
I love
I need a good stealth game. I would actually also like to put the Splinter Cell remake on this list, but nobody knows when that's coming out, or even if that's coming out. Ubisoft...
all right.
Unrecord. Maybe some of you remember this body cam game they showed? This game is a single-player GoPro experience. You know those YouTubers who go into haunted houses and they have friends hiding in the houses pretending to be crack addicts? You get to play that. After playing the body cam game for a little bit, I'm actually shocked how well this control scheme works, you know? The gaming world figured out very long time ago that if you have a shooter, the
It looks cool.
crosshair needs to be centered in the middle of the screen. And these games are breaking that so fundamental rule, and it's working. At least for body cam, it plays well. It's different, but good different, yeah? So very excited. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good way to add a different style of playing to your game, because it's a first-person shooter, right? But like this changes it up. It makes it a lot more realistic. I feel like you're a lot more in it, you know.
Hey boys, top 10 time. Most anticipated game of next year.
Let's see.
Doom: The Dark Ages. Nothing has to be said. Doom Eternal. If this game is only half as good as Doom Eternal, I will fucking wipe my schmegma all over the
I sadly have not played Doom Eternal. Maybe that's a good game to play. Doom.
fucking house. You got a shield? You got... Might be so...
Actually, Doom, wait. I had a notepad, right? Doom Eternal. Added. Right there. Games that I might play. As I'm waiting for some games, right?
surprising to you that this is so high up on the list. I get it. But I have a weak spot for RPGs, and I like Skyrim. And also, some of you might not understand what I mean by hype. Hype for me doesn't mean that I think a game will be good. Hype for me literally just means I want to know what it is. I don't want to explain this now for 10 minutes, but that's why I don't get overhyped. When I'm super hyped for a game and it ends up being a 7 or 6 or 5 or 4, I'm not like, oh, it got ruined by hype for me. Nothing gets ruined by hype. The more I know what it is, the less hyped I am. Sometimes I'm super hyped for a game, and I just played for half an hour, and then I'm like, I know what it is now. I lost interest. Hype just means
shit happens, yeah.
What is it? Not saying it will be good. Not saying it won't be good. That game is avowed. When they said they're adding a third-person mode, now I'm in.
Avowed.
UI looks a bit shit. Art style looks a bit shit. Everything looks a bit... I want to see what it is. I'm open to it.
Okay.
Oh, wouldn't be a Ranton list without a strategy game. The new Command and Conquer. Oh, what? Oh, whoa. Ranton.
I feel like I should get a lot more into strategy games. I feel like that would be interesting.
What do you mean? There's a new Command and Conquer game coming out? Oh, wait, did you say it?
Is there?
Tempest Rising, brother. This game is a strategy game, real-time, inspired by Command and Conquer. 3 factions, I hope, or 2. I hope 3. You got like this resource, and you're building just like in Command and Conquer.
There's games, you know what I'm noticing is that the more games he talks about, the more I notice I don't play as many games, I guess. I haven't, at least. Because a lot of the games he's mentioning, I actually haven't played. Maybe I've just played my games in like that are different, because there's so many games out. You could play like literally 50 games and then meet someone else who names 50 games they've played, and you have like 5 in common with them. There's that many games out, all right? More than that. So there's a fuck ton of games out. But I'm starting, like, I've played Sea of Stars, which most of you probably won't know, but it's a fucking good game. And it's my first turn-based RPG action adventure for blah, 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 all the labels. It's my first one, and I fucking loved it. I saved a lot of the soundtracks. I have a video on it if you want to check my review of the game.
Need this. Command and Conquer Yuri's Revenge. It's my
I know it's
life.
not the same style. It's just... Let's see.
Ghost of Yotei.
Listen here and you listen good to... Ghost of Tsushima is a foundation. Plenty of good things about it.
I haven't played
You
it.
see that? That's from the Ghost of Tsushima Collector's Edition packet. But Ghost of Tsushima had issues. If they take those issues and they iron those out, Ghost of Yotei, let this game be a little less formulaic, a little less Ubisoft.
You better not say anything about I want the same but more but a bit better, because that's what Kingdom Come 2 will be.
Checklist gaming. A little bit, eh? Come on. I love that it is not Ghost of Tsushima 2, but Ghost of Yotei. Because now they've opened up...
that does sound like... I gotta give it to him, though. That does sound a lot more like it's a different thing. Yeah, I agree.
themselves to doing like Ghost of Berlin. We can have any type of ghost. Anything is possible. We got guns, which I'm like, okay. But we got this thing, yeah, we got the... I feel this. And also, so obvious, we're gonna get a dog or a wolf companion.
That's so sick. Probably a wolf.
I'm in.
Ghost of Yotei?
Wolf companion.
That sounds... That
I'm in.
I'm interested too.
Say it, Kojima, say it, brother. Say it, brother.
I am horny.
You're goddamn right. Death Stranding 2. Oh, I could talk about this game for 10 hours now. I'm one of those that
It's a
really
walking
enjoyed
game?
Death Stranding.
It's a
Give
walking
it a
simulator?
9 out of 10. It's
9?
excellent, eh?
I
But
haven't
at
played
the
it.
same time, I do not think that this would work again. If Death Stranding 2 is just a package delivery game again, the novelty is gone, the interest is just, we need new stuff. Kojima is like a pacifist and he doesn't like violence and he always wants to give the non-violent option, which is fine, but the combat needs to be refined. Traversal needs to be, we need more options. We need a lot more, whether that's vehicles, flying, whatever, combat, whatever. He needs to put a shipper on top. You know what I mean? If he does that,
All right.
it's a recipe for success.
Like, when it's fully announced of when it's coming out, I might consider playing the first one just to be really in the vibe before the second one and be able to actually discern the differences between the two games.
The chances are this might not be coming out 2025, but I hope so. We don't know, but maybe end of 2025. A franchise near and dear to my heart. Gears of War E-Day. Every Xbox 360 boy loves Gears of War. Unpopular
I don't think it's gonna
opinion
come
here.
out.
I think the Gears of War franchise actually can't make a comeback. I know, it's weird. I've just put this game on my top 5 most hyped games. What made Gears of War so amazing and critically acclaimed back then, the first one, the second game especially, is you grew up in a world where everything is normalized. We know what works. Back then, that wasn't the case. Cover shooters weren't like standard. Cover mechanics in many games were shit and cursed and didn't play well. Gears of War boiled it all down to one button. Jumping, cover, vault, everything on one button. You had basically no UI. The fast
It's sad because I haven't played this game
reloading.
either.
It was such a simple game, but it perfected.
I
it.
know
That's
it's
why
amazing. I know it's one of the old but gold classics. Fuck, man.
this franchise had trouble being still relevant in the modern day with Gears of War 4 and 5, because what it did well back then is just not enough anymore. I don't know if Gears of War can ever be that relevant again. Best example, in Gears of War 5, they added like this weird skill tree for the robot. I think that was a horrible idea. Gears of War is a game where you need to be always in the game. Don't make the player waste time on menu screens. I wonder what they can come up with. They're going back to the roots. I think that's a great idea. It needs to play well. Go to the next level with the gore. I think that should be part of it. I don't think every game needs gore. Gears of War does need it. I would love nothing more than this franchise to be reinvigorated.
Alright, we're getting close to
Come to
top
my
3
country,
almost.
Sicily, and you disrespect the gabagool. Ti faccio un culo così, huh? I will put my Pinocchio in
Mafia
your
game?
culo.
Yeah, Mafia, the old country. Love a good Mafia game. It's been too fucking long, bro. Mafia 3,
my
my
God.
god, almost 10 years. Oh my god. Love Italy, love Mafia, and that's it. Hype.
Honestly, yeah. I used
The
to play
last
Mafia 2, bro. I remember you start the game in the snowy area, and like it's like the snow season. And I remember I was like, fucking, how old was I, What was I, like 12? Younger maybe? I was playing that shit. And then it becomes summer. It was such a good vibe. What a good game it was. I didn't play Mafia 3, sadly.
Trailer they showed for this game. Bro, if that was gameplay...
Wait, what?
The last trailer they showed for this game. Bro, if that was gameplay, no fucking way. No way, Jose. Fable. If it looks like this...
I know Fable 2. I've actually played that one.
Sayonara. Fable 1.
You make your own magic system and shit. If I remember it correctly, the magic was so
Loved
cool.
it. Fable 2, loved it. Fable 3... Steck den Schmutz. We need Fable to come back. Come back strong. Fable is all about making choices. When you were good, you got the when you were bad, you got the horns. Choices give the player freedom. Also, if we can, if it's possible, can we please not separate the world into 1,000 different small areas again? Some people think that's part of like the Fable vibe. Why? No. Can we just have one continuous open world, please? You walk 5 meters. Oh, loading screen, next area. Oh God, why?
Yeah, they probably did that for rendering and shit like that, I'm assuming.
One world, please. You know what it is.
What is it?
The
What is it?
Koreans do be hitting different. Crimson Desert. Look at the trailers
wait.
and tell me you're not hyped. And if you're not
Okay, obviously the number one in his waiting list is gonna be GTA,
hyped,
right?
then look
I
at
had completely forgotten about that until
mirror and
like
tell me
now.
you're not
I mentioned it at first. I think.
this game is hitting all the right spots. It's still a big question mark, but that's why I'm hyped. The bigger the question mark,
Zelda,
the bigger the
Zelda,
hype.
look, he's
This game is
falling
hitting all
down.
the right
He's
spots.
falling
It's
down.
still a
It's
big
Zelda.
question mark.
Breath of the Wild, right
But that's
here,
why I'm
guys.
hyped. The bigger the question mark, the bigger the hype. Number 1.
We all know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah,
because you know it.
don't
It's
say
not
it.
special. You know it. You know what it is.
Yeah, well, everybody knows what it is.
And I'm one of them. I don't care. I don't need this. Oh, if my opinion is like everyone else's, that means I'm not special and unique. Say this again. This will be your Arschloch. Yeah? Breit gefickt von meinem Swans. And with that being said, this video is proof that next year is gonna be peak fucking.
Damn, he actually didn't say it. No way, he actually doesn't say it. That's so sick.
I'm so excited. Thank you all for watching. Anthony.
No way, he actually didn't say it. Fucking Ranton. Ah, shit. Good one, though. Good one. I like it. I like it. Picasso. I'm trying to fit, yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching. Let me know which game out of the list you're the most excited for in the comments below. Subscribe, share with a friend. We passed 600. Let's get to 7. On that note, get us out. Peace. All right, guys. So that's that. Let's give him a little like there, a little kiss, you know. Fuck, why is it glitching? All right, so what y'all think? I'm probably gonna end stream here because I'm getting quite tired. But yeah, I might work on editing my video a little bit, and then by tomorrow I'll try to post both videos. I'll see if I post both of them tomorrow, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm gonna head out because I'm super tired. I've been used to waking up pretty early. But thanks for being here. I actually appreciate it. This was my first multi-stream. Quite fun. The VOD will be up, so if anybody wants to rewatch the whole thing, it'll be there. Yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out and leave. On that note, get us out. Peace, guys.